Hey, I'm AG. Welcome to this week's blog. Well, it's DEMA, guys. 2017. This is our 8th year as UTD, Unified Team Diving, that we are going to the Dive Equipment and Marketing Association meeting. It's a big industry show. This year it's happening in Orlando. And guess what? We're there in booth 2539. So I want to repeat that. We're going to be there for the 8th time in a row at the show. Very, very, very exciting show. And at the show, it's a great place to come by and see, just to chat, to catch up, to meet new folks, existing instructors, friends, people in the industry, just great networking opportunities. So if you're going to the show, feel free to come by and chat, and we'll see what we've got to offer, what's new for 2018 and coming. A lot of new stuff coming in 2018 for the show. But anyway, this week's blog is about something a little bit different, So what happened was, I was talking to a friend of mine who just finished his instructorship, and we were just chatting about these, what it took, and he said, it's very, very, very interesting, because originally when he was thinking about UTD several years back, and he was coming over from another agency, doesn't need to know the name, he basically thought to himself, it's pretty much impossible to join UTD. And after speaking with me at DEMA, which is why I bring it up, and talking about meeting him, and then saying, look, this is your potential training path and what you've got to take. And we did a class called an instructor prep class that basically prepared him for his IDC. At which point he said, I'm going to change my thought a little bit. I don't think you're impossible. I think that you are challenging. So I thought that's true. We're very challenging. And as you've been following along Under the Hood and stuff like that, the series, which we're going to continue now after we get back from DEMA, but thinking about the Under the Hood series, you can see that we're definitely challenging, but not impossible. And that's really important. It's not impossible. Yes, we're challenging. Yes, you're not going to pay your $2,200, put another $1 in, and bam, you're an instructor. We're not that agency. We're definitely challenging. And everybody has a path to completion. Everybody has, but we're not impossible. So that really was something that, resonated with me. And we were continuing to chat, and as we were talking about this stuff, and we're talking about the challenges he was going through, and one of his draws, because at the time when we first met, he was thinking the whole DIL road, and does he go our way or another way? And he said, he said to me again, the other way, they seem so exclusive, and the secret handshake, and whereas you guys, you're open. You say, hey, everybody's welcome. Sure, we're discerning. Sure, we want to make sure that you share our vision of being one of the best divers in the world, one of the best instructors in the world, joining a team of the best divers in the world and explorers and the best instructors in the world. And really not just doing this for the money, not trying to churn and burn students, not trying to take the shortcut, not trying to get your tech pass in 4 days, not trying to be a cave instructor or even cave. I've seen cave diver, they'll show up and they'll, on day 1 and day 5, they're a full cave trained diver. That's the people taking the shortcuts, right? But we don't want to be so exclusive that you need to know the secret handshake and to get in the club. We're not about that. We're open to it. We want to share our information. So we're definitely not exclusive. We're discerning, and there's a big difference. So I told Jeff, what? In honor of DEMA, of course, which is coming, why don't we write an article and put something out in this week's journal? Now, as you guys may or may not know, every month we put out a journal. You can jump on our mailing list, and you can get the links to this journal. And what's great about this journal is every single month there's a whole bunch of different articles and topics. And so in this particular journal, we decided to do an article, the main featured article, about how unified team diving is challenging but not impossible, and is discerning but not exclusive. And that's very, very important. And if you go to the inside of the magazine, one of the things you see is you'll see the full article written about this. It gives you a lot more detail and insights as to what we really mean by challenging but not impossible, and discerning but not exclusive. Some other cool things in this article, of course, that you'll see a little bit, almost always in this journal, we have stuff like, instructor tips. Yeah, we talk about balanced knot. Is a 5mm suit considered a balanced system, exposure system? Or do you have to really start thinking about switching over at that point? Is it good to dive to 100 feet, 30 meters in a 5mm suit? That's sort of the cutoff point. Of course, we talk a lot about the journal. About DEMA and the show and our booth. So again, if you want to come to our booth 2539 and you want to talk to Jeff about this article about, challenging but not impossible, or, discerning but not exclusive, that's a great place to come and see us. Some other things you see in this article is the little quick recap of our South China cast plane project that we just got back from China. What an amazing experience, amazing project, amazing cave. The team of us that were there, the 16, it was incredible international team. And look, it wasn't even exclusively UTD. There were divers trained by cave agencies from other agencies who joined us on this project, right, to go there and really make a difference in the country. And so we'll be writing articles and dedicating the next issue. So look for that in December. We'll have links to videos, lots of images and pictures and stuff that we've been gathering. We've been sending out little teasers, but in reality, all the main information and all the cave and all the drawings and the website sckpp.org will be alive and available in the next issue as well. So you'll be able to really get a good feel of everything. And again, in this particular journal, and again, every single one of the journals, you see like a recap of Under the Hood series. And right now we're waiting to finish out the equipment, and then of course the balance, the tools and the systems, and then of course what do you do with all the stuff? Videos, we'll be shooting those after DEMA so we can continue our series. And then you always see skills. We always have some kind of a skill video, and some kind of a way for you guys to learn a little something in these journals. So the journal is a great way to stay up to date with what's going on. Here's a good technique article about how your backup light should be rigged. And you can go through that and you can see how do I clip it and where do I type it. And so I love the journal. Of course, we give a lot of stuff away free. Look here, you can click here and you can get a free copy of our Standards and Procedures book. And so, we just like to really engage you guys into what's going on in UTD on a monthly basis through our journal, Anyways, if you have any questions, such as how do I become an instructor? How do I join this discerning agency versus exclusive? How do I challenge myself to become a good diver without feeling like it's impossible? Then you can always email us at info@unifiedteamdiving.com. And as always, guys, safe diving, and we hope to see you at DEMA booth 2539.